Possibly more than any other layperson, Lucia O'Farrell has delved into the justice system. She was shocked by what she found and has been waging a high-profile campaign since her son Shane was killed while cycling in a hit-and-run in August 2011. The driver of the car that killed her son was Zygmantas Grudzycka.
He had struck him from behind because there's marks of the bike, the rim of the bike on the road. And he carried him on the roof bonnet and windscreen, so he failed to brake. Had he braked, there was a possibility Shane could be alive.
Shane O'Farrell's body was found 54 metres from the point of impact. His bicycle was found 60 metres away. Zygmantas Grudzycka never stopped. There weren't any brake marks on the road. He hid his car at a friend's house and walked home. In a statement to Gardaí, his wife Brigitte said,
"When he came back to the house, he was in total shock. He was all shaking, his hands and his legs. He told me I knocked somebody down, but I don't know whom. He said he didn't see anything. There were no talks about ringing the guards. In the morning, we checked the TV and internet and found in the news that the person was killed. Then we decided to go to the Garda station."
The loss of her son has consumed Lucia O'Farrell's life since. She began to dig deeper into the criminal history of Grudzycka, a Lithuanian national, and how he was dealt with by the courts and the Gardaí.
My background is a nurse, so I had no idea. I presumed the system worked. And we discovered very quickly after Shane's death that things didn't add up. And we went to local libraries, checked the archives of the microfilms of the Northern Standard, the Anglo-Celt, would be a Cavan paper, the Dundalk Democrat, the Argus, looking for his criminal history. And you would find little snippets and you'd see where he offended there, and then you'd see where he committed another theft. And bit by bit, we were putting pieces together, and following Shane's death, because we weren't being told anything. We were told, oh, he was known to the Gardaí, but that's all. They didn't give us any information.
In January 2010, Grudzycka was given bail at Carrickmacross District Court for the theft of over €3,000 worth of electrical equipment and money from a charity box. 5 months later, he was jailed for 6 months for heroin possession, but he appealed that sentence and was bailed again. RTE Investigates has learned that this appeal was never heard due to a court service clerical error, so Grudzycka avoided the 6-month jail sentence. In July 2010, he stole again and got bail again. 4 months later, he came before Cavan District Court on new theft charges. Again, he got bail. He was now on bail for 4 different sets of crimes. In January 2011, he appeared before Monaghan Circuit Court for a number of crimes. Sentencing was adjourned for a year, and Grudzycka was ordered to be of good behaviour. The following month, he was found guilty of heroin possession and sentenced to 6 months in prison. He appealed this sentence and got bail again and continued to commit crime. Apprehended on 4 counts of theft in May 2011, 3 months before he ran over Shane O'Farrell, he went before RD District Court and got a suspended prison sentence.
This man was everywhere, but he seemed to walk in and out of every court, getting free legal aid, continuing to commit crime while he was already on bail. Was it just a very sloppy system that the various district courts weren't talking to each other? Were they not linked up? It can't be that complicated if someone's on bail and they breach bail and they have his name and his date of birth, that it can't be flagged on the system.
After the hit and run, Grudzycka was given bail again. He was later found guilty of leaving the scene of an accident, but he never served any time for the death of Shane O'Farrell. He was later jailed for other crimes. The case of Shane O'Farrell is now before the Garda Ombudsman GSOC, but Lucia O'Farrell's questions extend beyond the remit of GSOC, which is to examine the role of the Gardaí. She has questions about our whole justice system and how it dealt with the man who left her son dead on the road.
I mean, we're approaching our 7th Christmas without Shane, a spare table, a chair at the table, and we have had no Shane and no justice for him, and that's appalling. This case represents a lot that's wrong for people across the country, and, if they addressed it completely, they could learn a lot from it and fix it.